Meanwhile, Bob Wallach had gone into the lead in the 4th hour. Meanwhile, our chauffeur here is Walter Lechner with one of the Brunn Porsches. And unfortunately, he doesn't realise that these cars cost nearly $250,000. A very, very silent Porsche 962.
Steals a place from Julian Bailey. Meanwhile, the Musato Lancia clangs into the back of the Dickinson Schaefer 962. The Lancia's out of it. The 962 looks as if it probably is as well. Jean-Louis Schlesser fends off Jan Lammers, and look behind him, the Spice is pressing hard. The Dickinson Schaefer car do it. James Weaver and the RLR 962 were in the clearways gravel with Bailey after a bout of enthusiastic overtaking of their own. As the first round of pit stops came along, Mercedes was still in a comfortable 1-2 lead.
To assure himself of that World Championship, Mercedes must keep their cars first and second to keep Brundle away from those positions. But if Jaguar thought they were going to get any help from Jan Lammers, think again. A burst tyre would put the number 2 Silk Cut Jaguars into the barrier and most certainly out of the race.
And sets off after Chiva. Maurizio Giolini leads C2 in the 1985 Spice Tiger. But more drama. Louis Descartes loses a wheel and rolls the ALD. Phenomenal avoidances follow. Lurari sideways there. Again, the pace car comes out and the race is now plunging into confusion.
Control the pace car correctly, and what they've done is put the pace car out behind someone in the middle of the field, which is wrong because you're supposed to pick up the leader, and then they allowed some cars to leave the pits whilst the pace car was out, and others they stopped. So now we have total confusion because some cars are now about 1.5 laps in front of where they should be.
What happened next will be part of the folklore of the 1989 WSP season forever. Speaking to Kenny Atchison afterwards, he said that the Mercedes is always pretty close to its limit. The bumps here on infamous turn 14 caught him out, and there's the result. Kenny Atchison lost it going into turn 14. There was just a moment when he knew it was going, he said, and then it was all over, heading backwards to the tyre wall. In fact, it went in nose first, performed a number of spins, ripped the front of the bodywork and the radiator off, and that was the race over and done for Kenny Atchison, 962. This was the big accident in qualifying though, and the most controversial. Patrick Tambay, rounding turn 14, tipped the side of the Jaguar against Salamin and sent him careering into the pit wall. He collected the timing equipment, the bollard at the end, and finally the concrete wall before coming to rest. Tambay was fined $15,000 despite his frankness in admitting what happened.